Well, would you look at that? There they are, the manatees. I finally found them. And I wasn't even really looking for them. All of a sudden, they were just there. I was at Turtle Beach, exploring a little bit, trying out a new beach from Siesta Beach, which was where I was hanging out and did the Crystal Classic Sandcastle Festival and the drumming. So I decided to go explore and found these manatees. And they were in I guess it's an estuary or a mangrove area just off the beach, just maybe 100 yards away. So they were in there frolicking, and I was pretty fortunate to observe what I observed, because I've been coming to the area for several days, and though I saw them another day, it took me a day and a half to film the footage you'll see. But the first day that I observed them, there must have been, I don't know, 7, 8, 9, 10 adult manatees, and they were frolicking about. And basically what you're going to see throughout this is a lot of interaction with the manatees, surfacing and just kind of wrestling around, and basically they're mating. So I have not seen them do this since, so it was pretty energy intensive for what they did. Typically manatees are pretty placid, and so they were really going for it. And so this was one angle from the mangrove. This is the second I'm going to cross to get better lighting, and it kind of give you a little bit of a view of the roots and the mangrove. There were fish jumping about, which was cool. And so anyway, enjoy some of the footage as they thrash about. And then later in the video, there's another couple cool little treats. There's some insects that I filmed, as well as a fish that was off the pier that I saw, which was neat to watch. It was actually feeding, so that was cool to be able to film. So here are the insects that I saw. You can hardly see them, and as I zoom out, you can see that you can't even really notice them. But as I zoomed in, you could see that there's a bunch of them, and they're little water striders, and they're extremely buoyant, and they just glide perfectly across the water surface. And just like that, they were gone. So this is the second day that I came and observed the manatees. And this time I was out on a pier, kind of opposite of the mangrove area where I was at. And so I think this was a female, and she was just kind of hanging out and right by the pier. And she actually just kind of casually floated under the pier where I was standing and was not shy at all. And so I tried to zoom in and see what their skin was like. And I think this is kind of their typical behavior, where they just kind of float around and feed a little bit. I think they sleep quite a bit. So they don't have a lot of fat, and they get cold easily. They look like they would be fat, but apparently they don't have much fat. And so they need to kind of preserve their energy by not being too active. So that's why I think the mating was pretty exhaustive for them. But anyway, so that was the second day here, and there's some nice close shots as they're going around. So there was this one, and there was a couple others that are coming up. So I think the first one, there was a female, and I kind of recognize the one with the whitish coloration on them from the previous day. I think this is a big bull manatee. So he's just kind of taking it easy and hanging around out in the area. So, and then the white mark on his back is from the boat propellers. There was a little bit of that on some of the manatees. You could see they'd been hit by boat propellers. So that's kind of a drag, but they seem to be surviving. So here I was just showing a little bit of the mangrove habitat. There were these trees, and their roots were very unique, how they kind of grew into the water, branched off a lot, and then their seed pods were really neat also. So this was the fish that I saw, and later I looked it up. It's a sheep's head fish, and he was really fun to watch. He was just chomping away on these barnacles on the pier. So enjoy.